great big banner in the background. That is Highland Projects, the main sponsor here of the team roping at Velocity Ranch. As we go now to Steele DePoli and Brett McCarroll. Of course, the McCarrolls from the Camrose Country and DePoli's from west of Longview with a whole pile of yearlings they check every day. That's where that gray horse was ranched, raised, and trained out there. That's Badger. He's several-time Horse of the Year as he turned one for the great Mr. McCarroll, and we're going to come tight with a 6 57 tenth of a second run. Family. Travis Goulet roping with Devin Wigmeyer. Of course, he made the finals the very first time with Devin's dad, and should he do so this year, it'll be exactly 20 years since he did so, and you can see that Wigmeyer roll go ahead and come around. Cracks an 8, and we're going to stop the clock with a 7 79 for Travis Goulet and Devin Wigmeyer. They practice to win, and they win because they practice. Let's back them in the box. Now, we are looking at a team here that can take care of business on any playing field, and as we saw the bones off one, watch Rocky Dallin come in here and take care of business. We're going to drop the flag, and Art Goulet says it's a clean run with a 7 21 tenth of a second run. Heel horse with Colton Schmidt on the back. These guys are exactly the handiest dudes in Canada, and the proof is in the pudding right here as he rides them wide, gets a nice turn on front end from Grandy, and 2 feet right in the corner. That is how you need to do it, and the 7 62 is where they will stop the clock. A 7 62. Troy Fisher, Colton Schmidt. Troy making himself known in the CPRA once again in 2016 on the back. Colton Schmidt needs no introduction. Riding the Little Roan here today. Cleaning up feet on the backside is what he is second most handiest at, as he is well on his way to a world title in the team roping in 2016. Come around and over one's back. What do you got, Schmidt? Yes, sir. 2 feet, and it'll be a 7 46. Cole Bevins, header deluxe on the backside. Chase Simpson needs no introduction in Canada. He is one of the best that we have ever produced. We're very, very proud to call him our own. All right. Yes, sir. Black steer running straight. Exactly what he needed to do on the front side for Bevins. Chase just cleans it right up on the back, and we're going to call it a 7 75 clean. 7 75. They want to see, and it's not a whole lot. They've got the barrier run out there about a foot under. Come on, boys. Let's get it done and lay one down. Black horse can cover some ground, can't he? Yes, sir. Clean head loop. What do we got on the back side? Oh, yeah. Come tight on 2. Hey, there's the flag. How about a 6 7? 6 7 tenths of a second for Williams and Johnson. Down as it is a 5-head straight progressive team roping here today. Look at the concentration on Pony's face. Great, great cowboy. Come across the line. Yeah, we're good at the barrier. What do we say on the back side? Tape 2 together. Bam. That's what you want to get done. Casper Roy and Bam Bam tuck one down. 7 79. 7 79 for team number 99. On the back, Ty Cahoon riding the Palomino once again. Great, great cowboy. All righty, boys, let's do it. Comes across just right. Scores good. Yeah, pooches him out of there. Ty Cahoon, what do we got? Cleaning it up on the back. Art says, cleaning the field, we're cleaning the line with a 7 15. 7 15. The rules are simple, 5 at the line and 5 in the field. Alrighty, guys. Champions already at a young age, both Schmidt and White. Yes, sir. Look at the loop this guy swings. Just awesome. Ropes him around the neck, 2 feet on the back. Yeah, hey, how about a brand new set of leaders with a 6 1 tenth of a second run? 6 1 for Schmidt and White. All the way down to Kyle Smith and Riley Wilson. They were a rapid 8 55 on their first round. As he nods and comes forward, going to go ahead a little further down than he wanted to. That's all right. Wiley Wilson will clean it up if anybody can. And that good heel horse he's riding today does his job. 7 59 for round number 2. Team 60, Riley and Casper Roy. They were an 8 91 on their first one. We've watched these guys be very consistent throughout the year. Let's see what they can do round number 2 as they draw that black steer that ducks just a tick, tick, tick to the left. Not that big a deal for these guys as they roll in, wrap it up, and lay it down with 7 1/8. We go down to 67, Troy Fisher and Colton Schmidt. Alrighty, Troy. We've been watching you and these young guns whip butt all year long. Let's continue to watch it here now as he comes forward. For Colton Schmidt, rides the barrier line just right. Big sorrel horse gathering the steer up. pooches him on out of there, and we have an under 2 feet for a 7 and 54. 7 and 54 for 67, Schmidt and Fisher. 78, this is Dustin Coates, Asa Johnson. 13 and 1-9 on their first one, brings them into round number 2, looking to clean things up. Scores just right, gets his loop up over his shoulder to where it needs to be, and gets him turned right on the corner. There you go, Mr. Johnson. 7 and 54 will be the time for round 2. Let's go to 82, Tregole and Devin Wigmeyer. The young guns roping here together. You see Devin Wigmeyer roping with Travis a lot. Now here he is roping with Travis' son Trey. They were 12 and 85 on the first round. Right across the line, chucks it a long way. Coming around the corner, there you go, Devin. 6 and 64 to go ahead and place in round number 2. Down to 89. This is Logan Bonnet and Riley Wilson. 8 and 2 on their first one. Let's watch number 2. There is the master right there. Great shot of him in the heel box. Hats off to the camera crew, getting down and dirty, watching things need to be. Yeah, right out there in front, and Riley rolls in smooth as silk. 2 feet for a 7 and 66. Down to 99, Roland McFadden and Casper Roy. A 7 and 79 on their first one. These guys team up oftentimes at these jackpots, are no strangers to the winner's circle as you watch Casper come around on bam bam. He says, whoa, and we're tight with an incredible 7 and 04 following their 7 and 79. Let's go to Team 108, and Justin McCarroll and Ryan Tittle, an 8 and 1 on their first round. And as we move to the good heel side camera angle, get a good look at Ryan Tittle, American Cowboy. He's back here a couple of times in the second round, and we're going to clean up round 2 with a 7 and 41. 7 and 41. As we go to Travis Gallet and Rocky Dallin, 12 and 63 on their first one. Team 112 is back in the box and ready to rock and roll here for their second round. You hear the pre-fert gates open. They come forward. These guys have roped together so long it must be second nature to them as we clean it up in the pen, and it is a 6 and 97. 6 and 97. This is Steel DePoli and Brett McCarroll coming to you at the Velocity Ranch Roping, brought to you by Highland Projects, SNL Energy, Mountain Edge Productions, and Dave Castleman. They're on a whole bunch of rope right here, and we're going to do a 7 and 59 for number 3 for DePoli and McCarroll. 6 and 5, 12 and 3, and a 7 and 59. All the way down to Riley Roy and Riley Wilson. 807, 840, and now let's watch round 3. They are in contention for the championship here today. Yeah, you bet. It's it out of his hand where it needs to be. Gets in time with Riley. Oh, man, was that awesome or what? We're going to nail one down to the 7 and 53. 37, Logan Bonnet and Matt Fawcett. 847 on their first one. Penalty on the second one. Clean it up here a little bit on number 3. Yeah, these guys practice together a lot as well. We mentioned that. You can check them out online in a whole bunch of different videos as we draw the line tight with a 7 and 71. Team 67, Troy Fisher and Colton Schmidt. 746, 7 and 54. Not a bad little setup here as they got 15 seconds, just a little over on 2 steers. One of those harder to rope steers with his head down just a tick. Colton Schmidt comes around the corner and hammers one for a 7 and 31. 7 and 31 is their third round roll. 73, we're back to Riley Warren, this time with Ryan Tittle in round number 3. Great opportunity to see the horsemanship. I sure like these camera angles when you can see guys right there in that roping box. All right, Mr. Riley Warren comes across the line, sets him up just right for Ryan Tittle, and he does his job with a 7 and 31. 7 and 31. 82, Tregole and Devin Wigmeyer. 12 and 85, had a leg on the first round, not a big deal. We'll move to round number 2 with a 6 and 64. What are we going to do on number 3? Yep, we're clean at that barrier line where we needed to be. Gets it out of his hand, throws a lot of rope on the back. Mr. Wigmeyer cleans it right up with a 7 and 5. 5 is what we're going to do for the team. As we go now to the last, Riley Warren and Kyle Lucas chance they have here in round 3. 14-19, 7 and 3. Where are we at? Yeah, gets it out of his hand as well. Right around the corner, Kyle Lucas does his job, comes tight. 7 and 61. 7 and 61. 99, Roland McFadden and Casper Roy. They're a 779. They're a 704. Oh, these guys are ready to rock and roll. Dig deep, boys. Bet on the Cowboys that have the longest ropes and the fastest hands. Come around the side, slide and ride. Look at that heel horse. 7 and 84, putting on a show. Let's flip the page over to Justin McCarroll and Ryan Tittle. We're on an 8-1-0 first round. 741, number 2. Team 108 comes across, does exactly what they've been doing, and the magic continues for McCarroll and Tittle as we ride at 7 and 59. 7 and 59. 114, Steal the Poli and Matt Fawcett. 12 and 9, the second round of the penalty plagued them a little bit. 8 and 94 on their first one. We're going to clean it up here in round 3. What do we got for you? It rides that barrier perfectly, sets the steer up in complete DePoli style, wraps one up, and we got a 7 and 54. Now here in number 3, looking to be the guys that are large and in charge on 4 head. You bet on the front side, ties a heck of a knot on the horns, and Riley Wilson doing what he does best with a 6 and 63 2-foot loop. 6 and 63. Yeah, handles this steer just right, giving Riley the opportunity to take in 2 swings over the back, follows through beautifully. Clean. Keep the wheels on the bus is the name of the game as we check out that beautiful shot of the header inside the box with a concentration high. Come around the side, Bam Bam says, whoa, on the gut shot, and we're a 7-0. All right, now watch him come around the back side, scoops 2 feet, the rope comes right up around the hips. This is a harder one for the Cowboys to stop. You see him take an extra wrap right there as we stop the clock with a 7 and 1-0. Gets out just right, rolls in there, ropes one the way he needs to. Great camera angle as we come around, rope a couple of feet. Here is the instant replay zoomed right on in, and a nice tight shot. Watch as the Cowboy roll in there, grab 2 feet for a 7 and 85. And there is that concentration right there on the face of Brady Davies. Like the Big Bay horse, he's relaxed in the box, comes across the line running flat. Good job roping the horns. Okay, on the backside. Where are we at? Holds it just a little bit and comes tight. There you have it, 7 and 22. 7 and 22. Here's a great shot of Brady Chappell. He's one of the Rank Canada. Hammers one, waits for the time, and 2 feet. Beautiful shot. Thrown horse back into the box. Yeah, just right. Come across, swing 3 times, get it out of your hand, handle it just right for Wigmeyer. Says it's mine. 2 feet, 6 and 33. Heck of a fast run. That's their fastest one of the day so far. Waited till round number 4. 6 and 64. Number 2 wasn't far off. That's a beautiful heel shot as well. Great handle on the front end. 6 and 33 is the result. Logan get out of his hand in a heck of a hurry. You see the concentration on Clark's face. He does get out of his hand. Come around the side. We're going to close it down with a 5 and 85, putting them to a 53 and 86 on 5. Watch this heel loop as we watch the slow motion replay. Yeah, beautiful looking run. 5 and 18. Matt Fawcett has come back along with Logan Bonnet. They need anything under an 8. It's going to take them to the lead. Alrighty, guys. Forget the foot you just roped. Go back and do what you do every day, which is put feet together. 2 by 2 by 2, and here we got it done. Yes, sir. 7 and 33 tenths of a second. Brett McCarroll on the back, Roland on the front. We've watched them all afternoon. Solid as an oak. Concentration's where it needs to be. Horses set up. Okay, yes, sir, Mr. McFadden. What do you got? Right around the bones. Beautiful situation. Tape 2 together. How about 7 and 45? There are your new leaders. 7 and 45 to take the lead on 5 head. Well, it was a great day here at the Velocity Ranch. $23,000 paid out.